All respect and love, let me welcome our Shibu sirs to this program. Manoj Ravi, our Honorable CEO, who is going to deliver an introductory speech. We all know that under the visionary leadership of Manoj sir, we are able to register an incremental growth in all parameters. And we are marching towards the most awaited company listing. We are here to be the part of Fortuna 2025, and let me welcome each one of them to this program. Here we have our Tamil Nadu core team, including regional managers, state HR, trainer, vigilance officers, operation manager and audit official. Let me welcome each one of you to this program. While we celebrate the success of 25 years of operations, here we have few KLM family members who will be honored for their long journey with KLM and for their contributions. It's my privilege to wholeheartedly welcome you all for this program and congratulations. Last but not the least, each one of you who are behind the successful of our company, let me welcome each and everyone who are here to be the part of the great event. I hope everyone is aware about the word positive attitude. There is a small two-line story. A person standing in Kanyakumari by looking at the sea, and he said, I am standing at the tail end of India. There is another person like us, those who are working in KLM. The person is standing in the same location, but he is looking at the land area and saying, let's begin. Arambikalamma. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Julius, for the wonderful welcome speech. Now, let me invite our Honorable CEO Manoj sir for the introductory speech. Welcome, sir.
Very good morning to you all. So, Honorable Chair of the meeting, our Executive Director, Shibu Tekkambaram sir, our Inaugural Officer, P.P. Srinivasan IFS retired, our beloved Zonal Head, Julius Jobbert, all other regional managers, branch managers and people, those who are invited for the meeting. Welcome once again for Fortuna 25. So this would be a fun-filled, information-filled, knowledge-filled day for all Tamil Nadu leaders, and we have arranged only for you, only because of you. So this day will be a celebration day. Mostly, so we will have a lot of informative sessions. Our Honorable Chairman, T.P. Srinivasan sir, will give you a lot of insights about KLM and other global arena. Then Shibu sir is here. He will be giving lot more information about the forthcoming events of KLM Axiva, and of course this particular day we would be getting lot of new kind of information from our trainer. He has been invited in the afternoon, so and probably by evening we will have a dance, DJ, everything, and we will go back to the home with full of energy for the upcoming days of KLM Axiva success. All you are, happy? Yes. Happy? Happy. Okay. So day is for you, that I said, for me, so I wanted to give you some insights about this, the way forward of KLM Axiva. We are into the 25th anniversary years. So last 25 years has been quite challenging for KLM Axiva. We started with one branch there in Kerala. Kodamangalam was the place where we born, and our beloved Executive Director, he has lot of dreams, and he started this firm with a humble beginning, and after probably 10-15 years, so we grew up to a level where all other big giants, probably so you are going to be one among the competitors of the biggies. So Likewise, for the last 5 years, we are in the fast mode. We are in the 4th and 5th gears. So we will be moving in a direction where probably the first, second or third position or fourth position, we will be landing in very few years. The very immediate change or the positive thing which we are going to have is our IPO. It will be happening probably in the year 2025-26 financial year. We are all working for it. Lot of consultant has been assigned for working the initial fundamental activities for the IPOs. You might be knowing a lot of things need to be done for IPOing or your shares to be listed. It should be there in the Pakka 100% profitable proposition when you are listing there in BSE or NSE. So we are keenly watching, we are keenly working for it, which is happening across the head office departments and branches. You will also be getting a lot of calls for correcting some nuances which has probably been an ingredient for our profitable proposition. Are you all following me?
Yes.
Yeah. So the 25 years of Saga, we have created about 1,000 number of branches in the group, about 700 branches for KLM Axiva itself. We are serving about 5 lakh active customers, which is not a small number for that matter. You there in Tamil Nadu, we have almost 125 branches, which is very pivotal for KLM Axiva's success. Almost 50-60% of branches are into profits, and some of branches are nearing profit, and some are trading where so you need to gear up. You need to become a profitable branch within probably 40-50 days. Business we require. I'm not going deep into the business numbers today, but everything boils down to the numbers. Like when somebody there in Maharashtra or Gujarat who's looking at KLM Axiva's numbers, they will be looking at the profitable numbers for buying their shares. Clear or not? So when somebody who's not knowing the KLM Axiva's board or Nayantara's face, they will be looking at the numbers while they are going for buying the shares. So if your branch numbers are very lucrative, your profit is very high, which is gradationally growing, organically growing, then people would be very much confident on buying your shares, and it will grow further and give lot of profit for the buyers. That should be the positive motto. For that, employees are key for that. The workforce or the warriors of KLM Axiva is you. You should be very happy, you should be knowledgeable, you should be having very positive mindset while we go forward. Because of that, we are all together here for understanding about KLM Axiva and its forthcoming days success. We will understand lot more things during the day. Information will be flowing from all these leaders, and you will be getting lot more positive vibes when you go back to the home. Anyway, our departments, our other branch managers, other CSE, CROs, everybody is watching Fortuna 25, which is happening there in Chennai today through this online media. So you should be, giving very, very bigger positivity today for all KLM Axiva's people. So let's begin with a positive note. I'm eager to wait Srinivasan sir's speech, Shibu sir's speech, and the message which they are going to give you. The future of KLM Axiva is highly fantastic. So we are at about 700 branches today. We will be having about 2,000 branches within 3 years' time. That's what the dream is. We would be there 5,000 crores of business within 3 years of time, which would be a great thing. And our profitability will go increase manifold within this 3 years of time. So 3 years down the line, we will be accountable NBFC in the space, and I'm sure that the biggies will look at you as a real, competitor. and for 10 years down the line, probably, or 5 years down the line, what will happen at 2030, that we will present by the end of this session. We will have a roadmap which I need to present it before your training session. I will just go through that. Probably the presentation will be run through into this meeting itself. So I am not taking much of your valuable time. Wish you all the very best. We will have a lot of information today, and we will interact together. We will know each other. You will get a lot of time with the super bosses of KLM Axiva. So I really need to thank both of these leaders for being here with KLM Axiva's various Tamil Nadu various. I'm sure that you will get a positive energy for the next decade as well. So wish you all the very best and thank you.
Thank you, sir, for the informative speech, and I'm sure that you are very inspired by the speech of introductory speech of our Honorable CEO Manoj sir. Sir, சொன்ன மாதிரி நம்ம கம்பெனியோட விக்டரிக்கு ரீசன் வேற மட்டும் இல்ல. அதுக்கு ரீசன் என்ன? சார் என்ன சொன்ன? நீங்க ஒவ்வொருத்தருதா. Right. So big round of applause to all of you. So thank you sir once again. Now let me invite our Honorable Executive Director Shri Tekkamburam sir for the presidential speech. Welcome sir.
Our chairman, Sri P.P. Srinivasan IFS, CEO Manoj Devi, Zonal Manager Sri Julius Jober, Regional Managers, Tamil Nadu Head of the Departments, Managers, எல்லாருக்கும் வணக்கம். KLM Axiva is happily celebrating its silver jubilee, marking 25 years of success. As part of this celebration, staff gatherings are being held across all states. I am very happy to be part of the Fortuna 25 Employee Summit in Tamil Nadu and to see the dedication, hard work of our team here. Tamil Nadu has achieved great success with around 100 branches, strong business growth, and a team of committed employees. Your hard work and support have played a big role in this achievement. I sincerely thank each one of your valuable contributions. As you know, Chennai has become one of our strongest markets with the association of lady superstar Nayanthara as our brand ambassador. Over the last 25 years, KLM has grown tremendously. Our strength lies in advanced technology, customer trust, and excellent service done your branches. Today we proudly stand with around 1,000 branches, 3,500 employees, and around 5 lakh customers across 10 states. Here CEO already mentioned, this year we are planning our IPO public issue, which is a major step forward. We are also focusing expanding internationally raising 5,000 gold loans. 5,000 gold loans and increasing our branch network up to 2,000 within 3 years. This special event is made even more memorable by the presence of our chairman T.P. Srinivasan and CEO Manoj Ravi. I sincerely thank each one of you for your hard work and dedication. Together, we will reach even greater heights in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Shibu sir, to be here and for your presidential speech, and you all get motivated, I'm sure. Now we are moving on to the next segment, actually the inaugural ceremony of this program, Fortuna 25. So just let me invite our Honorable Chairman, Sir T.P. Srinivasan sir, to inaugurate the program.
And so it is through that Kerala has grown into international, one of the biggest Indian communities in the whole world. So many things that we do in Kerala are of course connected to this growth. and we all have a national vision. When Mr. Shibu Tekampuram started this, obviously he was thinking in terms of Kerala and the possibilities of development within Kodamangalam, the small town that he comes from. But I can see that he had bigger plans. He was not confining himself to Kodamangalam or Ernakulam district or Kerala alone. And within these 25 years, he has really developed that vision, and that is why KLM is so big and effective. So let us give him a big hand to congratulate him on success. You know, we are all here because of one man. If he was not there, none of us would have been here. Well, India is growing very fast, you all know. And we have a dream. It is just not the Prime Minister's dream, but our dream, that in 2047, India would be a developed nation. I'm sure many of you have traveled abroad to know what a developed nation means and how far we are from that objective. You travel in the United States or France or Germany, you normally see a different world, which is entirely different from the standard of living, the behavior, the clothing, everything is very different. We are nowhere near that at this point. Of course, from the time that we became independent, since then India has grown. And we have always dreamed of India being one of the most powerful countries in the world. Of course, from a soft power point of view, India had always been a leader, in the sense that our culture, our leadership, our scriptures, our general knowledge, our inventions, all been going around the world. So we have reached a take-off stage. And in fact, Dr. Abdul Kalam used to say, he is from Tamil Nadu, as you know. He used to say that Kerala would be a developed country, India would be a developed country by 2020. He started saying that around 2010. And I used to wonder what he meant by that, because 2020 reaching a developed nation status was not even thinkable for us. But he kept repeating it. And one day I asked him, sir, are you very sure that we will be a developed country in 2020? He said, dreaming does not cost anything. We can always dream for the best and the highest. If we will not accomplish it, it does not matter. But if you aspire for it, that itself is valuable. And now we have shifted that date to 2047, when we will be completing 100 years of independence. We have had a very rapid growth, particularly after Dr. Manmohan Singh's reforms. I'm sure you all know it better than me. And our growth had gone up to 11 to 12%. And before the liberalization of the economy, we were at the kind of 3 to 4 points growth, which used to be mocked by the rest of the world as Hindu rate of growth. But within a few years after the liberalization of the economy, we grew at about 11 to 12%, and now we are around 6% growth. That's not enough to be a developed nation. But all signs show that we are on the point of taking off. And what has happened to India during the various prime ministers that we have had, each one of them has made a contribution. And today we have a prime minister who also is dreaming and working very hard in order to bring about the growth that he wants us to have. There are obstacles in this way, as you all know. Particularly the 21st century, beginning of the 21st century has been very hard. Till the end of the 20th century, there was some kind of a global structure which enabled us to have peace in the world. We had the United Nations, which was very effective. Even during the Cold War, the United Nations was able to dictate to the world what they should be doing. But in the early 21st century, the situation changed. I'm sure you must all be aware of that. And we had 4 major crises in 2021 onwards. The first, of course, is the big terrorist attack in New York. It was far away in New York, but those terrorists went from India, Afghanistan, Pakistan. And that was a big blow to humanity as a whole, because everything we thought was secure became very insecure. The United States felt that since they had the capacity to destroy the world 52 times with their nuclear weapons, had to kneel before 10 people who did not have even a gun in their hands. The terrorists of 9/11 were empty-handed when they got into the plane, you know that. And they just used the forks and knives in the plane to defeat the United States. It was not just the death and destruction alone, but it demoralized the United States. They realized for the first time that they are not the masters of this world. And that effect of that has not disappeared altogether. Terrorism is still a danger to all of us. The second was the economic crisis of 2007, 2008, etc. When the economy of the world, across the world, collapsed. And it was Dr. Manmohan Singh who helped the world to recover from that. And that is how this G20 was born, in order to look at the economy. Then we had the disastrous pandemic, the COVID-19, which made us all fear whether we would even exist in the next few months or weeks. And that also has not left us entirely. And then came the series of wars: Ukraine, Russia, Gaza, Israel versus the Palestinians. These are the wars that we talk about. But do you know, there are 59 wars raging at this moment in different parts of the world. People are being killed every day. So how is it that a stable world has become so unstable? That is because the structure of the world that we created in 1945, when the UN was established, has completely disappeared. The UN building is still there, we hold meetings. I spent 20 years inside the UN building. But it has lost its soul because of the uncertainty and the difficulty to think together. And part of the reason is, of course, because of the veto of the permanent members of the Security Council. Because Russia is awaiting a war, it has veto, so it can veto everything. China probably caused the pandemic, but it will not allow the United Nations to deal with it because they did not want to be blamed for it. So the structure of the world as we knew has disappeared. And a new structure is being created. And that is why there is so much of uncertainty, because everyone in the world is wanting to be at the top when the new system comes in. So nobody is willing to compromise. Nobody is willing to align with others because we don't trust each other. So all the 193 countries are at a loss to see a path forward. and this is indeed a global crisis. But in spite of that, many countries, including India, have registered growth. Of course, would have done much better if these things had not happened. But now there is a new hope. You all know that Prime Minister Modi was in Washington. I'm sure you all followed the conversations that he had with President Trump. Unfortunately, President Trump is not a predictable personality. He comes up with fancy ideas which are never possible to implement. And he changes his mind every 3 minutes. So for Mr. Modi, this visit was the greatest challenge of his prime ministership. He knew Trump from before, but now it is a new Trump. Within 3 or 4 days of his presidency, he has declared so many things which nobody could have imagined. He said Canada should be part of the United States. He said Greenland should become part of the United States. He wants to take back the Panama Canal. And he wants to turn Gaza, the land of the Palestinians, into a seaside resort and throw the Palestinians out of that. I mean, he's proposed such a chaotic agenda. And I was wondering what Mr. Modi would do when he meets him. Can he say what you're doing is right? But I think Prime Minister was very clever. He avoided all these issues. He said, I have come here to improve my relations with United States and to have a good relation with my old friend, Donald Trump. That changed the whole agenda of the Washington meeting. All of us thought that he will go and challenge him. Why do you want Canada? Why are you doing this? Why are you destroying the world? Nothing. He said, how many things I can get from you? What support will I get? In defense, in technology, in education. And Trump was very, very reasonable. If you look at the understanding reached between them, ushers in a new world of cooperation between India and the US. Whatever is said and done, US is the leader of the world and will continue to be so. So taming Trump was a major part of this exercise. And I must say our Prime Minister has at least temporarily managed to tame him. And the only disappointment, as you all know, we are all very concerned about the fact that Indians are being deported from the US and also they are being sent back in chains, which is totally unnecessary. But even that, we are not very sure whether Mr. Modi protested. He said in Washington that we are ready to take back any Indian national identified as such and we will take them in our country according to norms of international behavior. That's all that he said. Everybody is blaming, why did you tell him that you should not send them in chains or send them in military planes? He didn't say that. He said, according to international convention, we are willing to do that. So even that big problem, he avoided a direct confrontation with Mr. Trump. So now the whole world is looking at Mr. Modi as to what a magician he is that he was able to bring this man under control. And that is not because of Mr. Modi, that is because of India. Because India has a moral power. India has what we call soft power. I often say that if your country has given birth to Mahatma Gandhi, the rest of time you don't have to do anything for the world. If this is a country where Mahatma Gandhi lived and worked and liberated mankind, we can all keep quiet. Even if we don't do anything, India's name will always be there. And that is the greatness of India. Every religion is here, every caste is here. We have learned to live with each other. We have faced conquerors for centuries. The British came and conquered us for 200 years. But in spite of all that, what made India successful and what you are all today here is because of the moral fiber, moral courage and the strength of India. So, I said all these gloomy things in order to tell you that you should not be disappointed. Because if you look back at India's history, you will know there were several times when we were on the verge of disaster. The partition of India, millions of people were killed on the railway platforms of India when the population moved to Pakistan and India. There have been many, many points of desperation. But we do see that we have the capacity to deal with these crises, and that is basically because of the strength we have. And here you have to look at each other yourself, because India's economy depends on activities of companies like you. It's not only Ambani and Adani. Shibu Thakkapuram is also building the nation. And you are all part of that mission. And in the last 2 years that I have seen this company growing, I feel satisfied that maybe because I am there that is all happening. That's only for my own pleasure. But you know very well and I know very well that is not the reason. But somehow I have had the good fortune to see this company grow. The technology that they use, the expertise that we have, like in Manoj Ravi, he knows everything about finance and economics. At his fingertips, what more do you want? And you also have technological improvement. Technology is a challenge. I'm sure you must have all been facing that challenge as to how you cope with technology. Particularly because in the banking field, opportunities of misusing technology is very high. You all know that. I'm scared when I see a phone number which I do not know. It will be somebody who will say that you are arrested internationally or something like that. And then you start shivering, isn't it? So now we've been associated, we have been assured that these banks, even Amitabh Bachchan is keeping assuring you every day, don't be afraid. We have the capacity to deal with it. So, artificial intelligence, for example, is growing minute by minute. We all thought that artificial intelligence is coming, let it come. But do you know, all of you are using artificial intelligence today. You write a WhatsApp message, then in the corner you will find a little note, can I help you to rewrite this? Have you seen it? And you must use that. Then what the English that you write will be much better than the English that you know. It's artificial intelligence. But it has also the capacity to destroy creativity among people. Because you're all writers, I'm sure you must have written novels and plays. Now you don't need to write any. You go to ChatGPT and say, I want a novel with one hero, a heroine, a villain, etc. They will immediately, within 3 minutes, you can write the novel. Then what happens to your own creative mind? But it should be, therefore, we need to not only master technology, but also conquer it. And that is the spirit we should have in dealing with it. I think particularly banks are very, very vulnerable. You heard the story in Kerala the other day. One man goes into a bank, shows a knife, takes 10 lakhs and disappears. It took us 5 days to find him. How could you? One man just goes into a bank and takes 10 lakhs and pushes off. So we are all vulnerable because of technology. He must have mastered something which enabled him to open the vault or whatever. So that kind of difficulties we have. But technology we are always afraid of, even in the old days. When computers came in Kerala, there was a strike. We don't want computers. Now there's nobody in Kerala without a computer. So similarly, people are saying we don't want artificial intelligence. But we don't have to worry. These are human created technological advancement and humans have the capacity to deal with it. But it is the individual who contributes to this awareness and the capacity to deal with technology. And that's also I have seen the technology is being used extensively in KLM Axiva. So you are in the right place, you are in the right time. India is growing to go very fast, and the company is going to be a listed company in the next couple of years. A lot of hard work is being done about it, you must be aware. And so we should look forward to the future. And is the whole purpose of this gathering of those who are working for this company. I have been to several of them. I have never heard any complaint from anybody. And everyone is only keen to get this developed as fast as possible. So enjoy yourself. The day is yours. And I'm sure you will learn more about your trade from today. But more than anything else, remain united, work hard, and enjoy yourself. With that message, I'd like to inaugurate this conclave and also wish you all the very best and the company all the best in the future. Thank you.
And resource generation also. So congratulations, Miss Maheshwari.
This momentous occasion, I deem it a great honor and privilege to propose the vote of thanks in this memorable occasion. Let me first of all start by giving glory to the Almighty for making today's occasion a resounding success. Now, let me move on to my assigned duty. I am all overwhelmed with the presence of our
of Half-White.
Yes. I am sure that our Honorable Chairman T.B. Sirivansan sir, who inaugurated with our employee summit Fortuna 25. We all get elevated with his informative and inspiring speech. Even in his busy schedule, he travelled all the way from Kerala and spent the entire day with us. I would like to express our sincere gratitude to Srinivasan sir on behalf of the entire KLM Axiva Tamil Nadu region and on my behalf. As we all know, the catalyst behind the 25 years journey of KLM Axiva is our Honorable Executive Director Sibu sir. Sir's clear vision and mission plan always guide us. Today, Sibu sir find out time to be here with us and presided over this meeting. His speech gave us more confidence, and on the way forward, it is my privilege to express our sincere gratitude to Sibu sir on behalf of entire KLM Axiva Tamil Nadu region and on my behalf. For each and every milestone we passed in the last 3 years, we are intimated to the great visionary leader, our respected CEO Manoj sir. We all inspired by the leadership and strategic planning style of Manoj sir, who delivered our introductory speech here. Let me express our sincere gratitude to Manoj sir on behalf of the entire Tamil Nadu region and on behalf of myself. Next, our respected zonal manager Jubilee sir. He is always with us, a great support in our day-to-day operations. We all are influenced by his approach. Let me express our sincere gratitude to Jubilee sir on behalf of the entire KLM Axiva Tamil Nadu region and on behalf of deliver welcome speech. The Fortuna 25 became a successful event, and it is a collective effort of core team of HO with assistance of our Tamil Nadu core team also. Our HR head Prakash sir played a vital role in making this program a grand success by adding his inputs and time to time. Let me express our sincere gratitude to Prakash sir on behalf of entire KLM Axiva Tamil Nadu region and on my behalf. Our brand team and corporate communication head Nisha madam, his contributions and involvement in this event is a memorable, mentionable. Sitting at our corporate office, she coordinated the entire event and make it a grand success. Let me express our sincere gratitude to Nisha madam on behalf of entire KLM Axiva Tamil Nadu region and on my behalf. I would like to express our sincere gratitude to Mr. Sanis, our procurement manager, Mr. Anis, assistant manager, marketing, Mr. Vishnu, our graphic designer, and the entire team of HR department, branding and corporate communication department on my behalf of, and entire team of Tamil Nadu region. Here we have our Tamil Nadu team who are behind the success of this event, which includes our regional managers, Mr. Ravi, Mr. Sebastian Jamraj, Mr. Kannan, Mr. Selvan, our state head, Mr. Vinod, trainer Mr. Ratnavel. They all did their assigned responsibilities in the most figurative way. I would like to express our sincere gratitude to each one of them and their team members on my behalf of the entire Tamil Nadu region. We start the event with the proud Tamil Thai Valtu by Berlin, and let me express our sincere gratitude to both of them on my behalf of and entire Tamil Nadu region. After the delicious lunch, we can enjoy a motivational training program by Mr. San Babu K. JCI International Trainer, let me express our sincere gratitude to Mr. Babu K in advance on behalf of KLM Axiva on my behalf. Last but least, you all who are the strength of our company, let me express our sincere gratitude to each one of you on my behalf and behalf of KLM Axiva. Once again, thanks to each and everyone who are here to be part of this great event. Thank you so much.